Hello there and welcome back, Commanders and Commanderettes. Chesty Puller here with a video on the Sentinel 100 token bases for the tokens for Sentinel units, and this is with free repair. I did make a couple of mistakes which I had to go back to my base on. At the very beginning here, I didn't get my hammer out of the way quickly enough, so I had to end attack. Normally I can do that, and also I had that purifier coming out, so I had to end attack there. It wasn't done quite right. Here I'll try to do it properly. What you try to do is get your hammer in the back. You try to bring your technicals out without shooting those turrets right there, because as soon as you shoot those turrets, the purifier starts to come out. Once you get those two turrets clear, because you do want to get them clear, because it's so easy to accidentally shoot those turrets, because you want to get them out of the way so you're not drawing out those purifiers. Here I made another mistake where I thought I had 3 and 3, but I only had 2, so I tried to bring another technical back here, and I accidentally shot that other turret, which brought the Valiant out. Okay, so sort of a bad start to the video, but I don't have a lot of time. I don't have time to do another one, so I wanted to get this out there so that you guys could see the way I do these. And that was free repair, but it shouldn't have happened. Those two first things right there shouldn't have happened. You do start on this one particular side because there's more room for the hammer to get out of the way, and also you're further away from all of the aggressive arcalites that come out at the very beginning of the base. That is one of the hardest parts. Just to get started on this, you need to kill all those aggressive arcalites. So now you'll see I have those two turrets gone. I'm going to place 3 technicals on each side of the hammer. This will handle the arcalites that are coming out of the producing barracks, and in the meantime I'm going to concentrate on the Valiants on the 4 corners of the base. That is the first thing you have to do, is get the Valiants on the 4 corners of the base. And then there are 2 arcalites protecting the 2 barracks, the producing barracks, the arcalite producing barracks on each side of the base. Basically the north east side and the southwest side of the base. But you want to be able to clear the Valiants and clear the arcalites so that you can get in there and kill those barracks. That's pretty much the first part of it. Kill the Valiants, kill the barracks that produce the arcalites, and kill the few arcalites that are around. In the meantime, you have your hammer and 6 technicals on the other side of the base, handling all of the things that are being produced. So normally I don't take that drone silo out. I thought I would try it right there, and I got hit. Normally I take that out with my Nix after I clear out some of the other things. It's not important to take that drone silo out. There's a couple of Talons in there, and they're not going to cause you much problems, so it's really not important to take that out, and I shouldn't have done that. But when I get a chance, I'll try to make a better video. But right now I wanted to get this out because I think these bases only come out twice a month, and by the time I get around to making a video, they might change them, so I'll put this out for now. So again, I'm going to set up my hammer with my 6 technicals, and now I actually have these hotkeyed so that I can just set my 3 different groups of technicals up quickly, and so that's an improvement to this basic plan. We've got pretty much the other side cleared. We're just going to go ahead and clear this side as well. I wanted to get my hammer a little further away because in case the purifier from the other side of the base. There's a war factory that produces that purifier. If it comes out, it could be a problem for my hammer, and I don't want to take any damage on my hammer. The hammer's a pretty good unit. Even fully destroyed, I think it doesn't take that much to repair it. I really like some of these heroes that have so many hit points and yet only take 45 minutes or an hour to repair. My technicals are not workshopped fully. I'll show you the workshop a little bit later in the next video probably. But they're level 9 right now, and they're soon to be level 10, so then I will be able to fully workshop them. I have one with corrosion on it, just because I didn't have enough of the workshop for what I have the other ones set up as. So here we're taking care of the purifier, and it looked like the hammer kicked in there at the last to help out a little bit. So now that the barracks are all destroyed and the 4 corners are destroyed, now you know, you don't have to take out these purifiers with your ground. You can sort of knock them out with air. It just takes more than one attack. So what we're going to try right now is to weaken them a little bit. I don't want to. This takes a little bit of time to get these guys to keep coming out and so forth. But it's one way of doing it. The other way to do it is to do it with your Furies, and you just have to hit them and then end attack so that they're back in their original spot, and then hit them again. And I really do hate coming back and after ending attack. I really do hate that method. It does work and it is helpful. You know, use what you have to use. It depends on the level of your units. That's one way to do it. I'll show you on this other side. I'll use the air on it to show you how that can be done. And I sort of prefer the air method because sometimes if those purifiers hit you, you're going to really take some damage. Now what I'm doing here is taking out the 4 corners of the bunkers and the towers. So you can see there how I put a little bit of damage on those purifiers. I'm not too worried about it. And you'll notice that I am not getting too close. I'm just hitting the corners of the base. If you go in too far on the sides that do not have the railguns, the sides that this corner right here, the sides that have not the towers but the bunkers, if you go in too far, you will get trashed by those what are they called? They're not the Tempest. They're some kind of anti-air thing. I can't remember the name of them right now. And there's also the Hunters in there. But there's those Seekers. Those Seekers are set up, and they will target large groups of your air. So do not get too close to them. That's something you definitely need to stay away from. There's 2 Seekers. They're on the Hunter side of the base. You have the ability on the side that has the Tempest. You have the ability to come in actually, and see here I'm coming in because there's no Seekers over there and there's no Hunters over there. But on the opposite corners, these corners that I'm working on right now, there's a hidden Hunter behind the CC, and there is also a hidden Seeker behind the CC. So I'm hitting the walls and not the actual turrets. On this side, where the railgun is, that side you have a little bit more leeway. You can come in a little bit closer, but do not go in on those other corners this corner right here. This corner and the opposite corner, stay away because it's got the hunter and the seeker. So I'm hitting the walls and using my splash damage to kill all those units there. Now at this point I can get rid of all my air if I wanted to. I can get rid of all my air, and except for my my Nyx, and my Nyx will actually see, I had two purifiers in there that had been produced. I was just trying to get these units, but there seems to be something going on because that chaplain is not moving, so I was trying to draw them out, but I couldn't tell what was going on there. So here with my Nyx, I'll take out that producer. You'll notice I got targeted, but I immediately retreated my unit so that it didn't get shot. There's something unusual about Nyx, and I still don't know how Nyx works, but Nyx, when she gets targeted, she has the ability, and I don't know how, I've never read about it and I've never seen it, but Nyx has the ability, even if she gets that red symbol on her, if she is retreating, that red symbol goes away and she doesn't actually get targeted. I don't know how Nyx does it, but that's why I get rid of my Furies. But your Furies don't work that way, but Nyx has, being a hero, she has some special ability to somehow deceive or confuse the Hunter and Seeker missile targeting systems. And she will get hit if she stays there, but if you're retreating her shortly after she gets targeted, then it goes away. And I really like that option that you can use on Nyx. So see here, I used my air to take out the purifiers on this side completely, and I'm going to leave a couple of Furies here just to help me with my technicals. I'm afraid to bring my Furies in any closer because of the Seekers. Once everything's cleared, your technicals are fully clear to take out the drone silos. Also, if you want, that's a good way to take out the drone silos. And now finally here, I'm going to use a shock missile. Occasionally my shock missile doesn't shock everything, so occasionally I use 2 shock missiles. You don't need to. 1 shock missile will work if you do it completely, but I just wanted to make sure that I couldn't tell if that Vindicator on the other side of the base was shocked or not, because he will mess up my technicals and I didn't want that to happen. Anyway, so that's the way I do it. Like I said, you can do it with 1 shock missile, and also you didn't have to make the mistakes that I made. I'll try to do a pure video without a bunch of mistakes. But here you can see I got my 13 technicals, no damage. My hammer, no damage, or excuse me, my Roland, no damage, and also no damage on my air. Okay, hope this was helpful. You guys have a good one.